make the strings.
Damn. How you guys doing? So we got behind me is this here Mustang that I attempted to mess with yesterday and tried to make it work, and yesterday's attempt was a fail. Today's attempt is going to be a success. I could feel it. We're going to get this thing. I want to rip some donuts in it. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, something like that. But I definitely want to have this thing done. One of the shop neighbors came over, provided me with another tool, told me that I was in the right direction. It basically said, kind of what I thought, that I just needed to kind of push it back. I think what I'm going to have to do here we go. So he let me borrow this thing. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it basically kind of has a little L on that end, and then it inches over here, and it basically pushes over. So I already kind of did it a little bit, and it already helped. Watch this. If I could even release it, I guess there's a lot of tension on it. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of tension on it, but it was pushing it over. You could see it's kind of almost got like a little bit of a bend in it. So hopefully it's able to do it good enough. If not, I don't know. We're gonna have to either pull on it from this way with something else, or maybe what I'll do is like hook the porta power like in the corner right there, and then go back here, and then like, I don't know, something weird like that. But nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Boop. All right, my cameras have been doing weird things lately. So like this one, low power. Damn, I thought I just charged you last night. Whatever. All right, so hopefully this one on my head works, because it's been Mr. Finicky lately. You can tell I'm excited to work on this thing today, because I want this damn thing to work. I want to be able to do cool things with it. So that's the plan today. So I need me some sort of a bar to squeak along with this little guy right here. So like I said, I got something stuck in there is what happens. But yeah, like I said, this thing, whoo, thing was excited, but yeah, I got something stuck in there because I broke it. All right, so this is going right there. That's nice and solid right there. It seems reasonably solid right here. This seems like the perfect bar for this. Hey, look at that. Look at it just pushing it right over. Alright. All that kind of messes with my measurement, I guess. So let's, this thing is kind of sketchy. That's the other thing that's on the list of sketchy for today. So we're pulling. So we're pulling it over. So it's actually coming over. Look at that. That's all. All right, here we go, guys. Ready to weld up. Okay. So this in the back is looking pretty good. That I still don't like that. What is it doing? Hopefully this thing doesn't like shoot off at me, because that wouldn't be cool. You can still see we have that bend down there. So I think that the next thing we're going to do, so we're going to be pulling it from this way, we're pushing it from this way, and then we're going to grab the porta power, hook it on the sway bar mount, which, I don't know, that's almost counterproductive. There's not really anything else down here that's solid enough to actually push against. So I had it kind of on the sway bar last night, or not the sway bar, so here we go. Try to get this guy in a position. Maybe we'll do the control arm. Maybe not. Need to release it. Sorry about my noises. Yeah, this thing's strong. Okay. Let's see what happens. Pushing. Oh, we're not pushing. We're extending it to push. Okay, so that's going up. So we're coming up, which is kind of what we wanted. We wanted to come up. Okay, now we're up. Now this thing, is the issue, because we're okay. Yeah, see that when we push this up, it straightens that out. Yeah, look at that, nice, and we're getting straight. All right, now we use a pry bar. Stick a pry bar right here. Kind of straighten that out. We're getting okay. We're in the realm of things. Alright, so that's looking alright. This is getting better. That looks really good. Other than that thing's kind of in a weird spot. I guess the other thing is, ooh, that's kind of scary. I'm trying to think where the best place to push from is going to be with this, so it's not so damn sketchy. Maybe, 'cause I feel like it's pretty lodged in that side. I guess we could go against that. Let's see. Okay, round two. Pushing over, bending that thing, pushing over. Okay. So now what I think I need to do is kind of tap on things to kind of relieve some stress and some pressures and things. I didn't do anything. This stuff I was tapping on this stuff a lot. So we're in the realm. We're definitely in the realm of things. I kind of feel like, for some reason, I feel like it's like it's twisted. Like, see, this is like, and then that. Well, I don't know. That one's kind of the same thing. This is what happens when you do this type of stuff, I guess. And you don't have a frame machine, a frame rack, or anything like that, and you're winging it. But yeah, I feel like maybe I should measure that point to see how far that is. That's like that hole. That's a hole that I'm kind of trying to figure out right now. Because I could probably loosen this stuff up and kind of wiggle it a little bit. We could kind of get in more in the zone of that. Yeah, I definitely think this needs to kind of come this way a little bit more. Maybe that's where this guy comes in. Okay, forgot about this guy because this is an essential part of the operation. Oh, how you doing? Okay. Alright, that's looking better. Maybe we'll do a push with that. So I think this back is in the zone. This front needs to come a little bit. So I guess that's where this guy comes in. See how he's doing today. Okay, that's going up. Yeah, we're definitely in the zone. That's still kind of weird, that hole. Okay. This guy's holding on. I think we're damn close. We're damn close. Perfectly center. It's not where the other side is. The other side's not perfectly center. Alright, I'll be back. So we are damn close. So this thing doesn't have a whole lot of tension on it. This thing has a little bit of tension on it. You can see it's got a slight bow, but it actually bends pretty easy. So we're just kind of keeping it close over here, but you can see everything is pretty much lined up. This right here is exactly where it needs to be on the windshield and the other points I was measuring from. And it's kind of pushed up a little bit from the bottom, and not a super whole amount, but it kind of straightened out this thing right there. So the thing that I was kind of working on, where'd it go? Let me get it set up and I'll show you guys. All right, guys, so this is where I'm at, and this is what I kind of made. So I got the little plate kind of made up to go right there, and then I got the little plate to go right there. So I should be able to weld most of the way around that. I thought about maybe just welding straight to the plate, kind of stick it on here, get some tacks on it, and then pull it off, basically, and then bring it over on the bench, and then like TIG weld it, so I can TIG weld all the way around it, and then pull it off. It is kind of tight there, the gap on the bottom, though. I really don't know if I'd be able to actually get that, because that's pretty tight, but I don't know if it'll matter a whole lot. I mean, it's not a roll cage, it's just kind of supporting a little bit of stuff. There is like a smidge of tension on here that I just can't seem to go away. I can't get enough pressure on this to like push it past it, so when it springs back a little bit that it doesn't go back, because it popped off once and it got kind of scary. But yeah, I mean, I think as long as if I could get this thing kind of welded up in its place, pull off this top section, weld the bottom one on there, put in this little, where'd that little fender brace? The fender brace thing, put that in here, that basically goes right in here, and then get all that stuff welded on, and then weld this outer layer, then I think we'll be ready for some skids, probably tonight if I could just commit to this thing, because I'm still kind of second guessing things about it. But I think I pretty much just need to come over here, clean up all the metal, and just say screw it, let's get her done, weld it on there, and you know, if I don't like it, there's always grinders, so I could always grind it off in the future. Yeah, so I guess that's where we're at. We're gonna continue. When I'm gone, oh honey, though our friendship ceases from now on. Turn this bad boy off. All right, guys. So there she is. It's officially almost welded on there. I kind of had to cut it short. I gotta go pick up the baby because Jamie's working right now. But yeah, so you could see, kind of got some things right there. So basically, what I was doing is I was drilling holes like that. That one's a little bit deeper than I wanted, or not deeper, but there's a little bit more of a gap between there. But drill a hole and then fill it. So you just kind of start at the bottom and you just kind of squiggle around and you swirl it until you get to the top, and then it makes that nice little button looking thing. Kind of fills in the, you know, kind of like similar to a factory weld. As I clean up, I'm gonna make sure that all this stuff is nice and cool, so that we're not you know, leaving it when everything's hot. I don't want this thing catching fire while I'm gone. But yeah, this seems like it. I mean, that thing's in there. All this stuff seems pretty solid. You know, it's definitely, this is kind of out in the open by itself right now. Maybe I'll make like a little tab or something coming up here, or maybe I'll just get like the OEM brackets. Just go get an OEM bracket to kind of bolt to right here, give it a little bit more stability out front. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow and finish welding all this stuff up. Pretty much, I mean, that little thing pushing it over and kind of the final weld, I just kind of let everything loose, and it was kind of in the decent spot. I finally got it to kind of push enough to not spring back, and all the measurements and everything seem all right. So I don't know, I'm all right with it, I guess. Could at least bolt the fender on it, and bolt the hood, and bolt everything on it, and it's gonna look like a damn Mustang. And if it's a couple millimeters off, I don't think it's gonna matter a whole lot. I'm a pretty like adaptive driver, so if it does something weird when I'm going left versus when I go right, I guess that's what we'll have to do. But I'm gonna quit rambling. I'm gonna go get the sweet baby. Oh, the baby's so sweet. I can't even explain it. She's just such a good baby. Alright guys, back here again. Another day, so we're gonna go ahead and just finish welding a couple things on here and then start bolting stuff up. So I guess let's get going. So she's fully welded now. Got this thing along the top welded. Not the prettiest thing ever, but yeah, there we go. Shut up, David. They're just trying to light a box of matches. But yeah, so got all these like little button looking welds kind of going down the side, up the back, along the top on these little things, and then kind of inner welded. So I mean it's pretty solid. So I was kind of debating on whether I should like rattle can prime this stuff, or rattle can just to kind of keep it from, you know, getting corroded or anything. But I thought I had a can of like acid etch primer that was black, which would have worked like perfect for this, because it would kind of like set the stages for later, versus just like rattle can in it, which kind of like messes it up. But I don't know. Dave, are you gonna light that box of matches?
Yeah, get my,
You're getting your Instagram out.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Go ahead. Put it out there a little bit further so it doesn't make the whole shop smell like damn matches.
Fine. Let's put it in
here we go.
Oil.
We should wait till nighttime to do this.
Yeah, probably.
It'd be better. Then we could actually see the flame. Unless you just want to make like a little pile.
Well, that's just gonna... I was bored.
Dave's bored.
I've had these matches for 10 years.
Dave's bored. Whatever. I don't know. We're going to start... I'm going to look for that primer for a little bit longer, and then we're going to bolt things onto it. Well, if that just doesn't look like a Mustang, I don't know what does. I don't know. I'm pretty stoked. It seems like it turned out pretty well. Sorry, this is a couple hours later after I kind of got it all buttoned up. One of my buddies showed up. We did a little live stream on his Facebook page, Build Tune Race. He's doing like a bunch of little live streams with kind of like automotive people. So we did that for a little while, and then basically sat around for a couple hours and talked cars. But yeah, here she is in all of its glory. If you guys wondered what I was doing on this door, basically this whole thing was just kind of folded out. And so I kind of hit it with the little stud gun and pulled it out. And you could see the metal was kind of, I guess the metal on these doors is pretty thin. So I have to kind of weld those back up and kind of put a little skin on here, but it's getting close. It's in the realm of being all right. But I just wanted to make sure I was able to close the door. I need to get the side skirt on it, and then I had, what is it, this thing. I thought the bottom lip was okay, because this is the lip that goes around the bottom, the little under tray, but it's all ripped off over there. The thing I had to do was still a bunch of brackets and bolts for these fog lights. I got these fog lights off eBay. These are the grills and stuff that were actually in the car, so you could see this one's all broken right there, and you could actually go through, and it's actually just set in there because I didn't want to get it in there because I have another grill coming. Still need to kind of play with the fender gaps a little bit. I need to replace this this hood hinge over here. It's kind of finicky, and then this fender got pretty boogered up, and it was kind of all folded out over like this. So I got it to where the door opens, and it's definitely not perfect, but it works all right. So this is that headlight that they basically just gave me at the junk, or actually I paid $5 for this headlight at the junkyard, and this is the one where you can see it has basically a bunch of dirt in it, and then in the back there's no headlight, it's just all busted off. But I figured it kind of fills the gap, and it looks like it kind of works for now. I might be able to get away with just like putting a fog light behind it just so it actually has a light, but I didn't initially wasn't going to get the fog lights and the turn signals, but I figured because I'm going to go and try to get this thing like the salvage title inspection, so I could get like a rebuilt title so that I could have it registered on the street. I'm going to need all like the blinkers and stuff like that to work. Fog lights don't really matter, but you know, tail lights, all those things. Got this tail light to turn back on. I don't know how, but it turns back on. I love I don't know, just the rear end of this car is such an awesome looking car. And then I can't wait until I get some coilovers for this thing, because look at that monster truck ride height right there. That's some pretty monster truck stuff right there. But coilovers are on the way, so be ready for that. But I don't know, I love this damn Mustang. I'm sorry I'm not, you know, super stoked on working on the Supra. I'm planning on working on that next week, but damn, I love the way these Mustangs look. Like it's so kind of Japanese-y. Like it looks like an import, but it's a Mustang, and it's awesome, and it's gonna have a 2J in it or something. I don't know. If I could find a manual for this thing, I would definitely leave the EcoBoost in it and turn it up a little bit, maybe, you know, 450 horse. I think this thing would actually be a lot of fun with the EcoBoost in it, since it would be so light. But like I said, the trannies are like $1,300 from like a salvage yard, and it's only the trannies. Then you got to get, you know, the clutch, the flywheel, the drive shaft, the shifting setup, like the shifting, all that stuff, the pedals, and then I don't even know how this automatic ECU push button start thing is going to work with that. So yeah, I guess that's going to be it for this video. Well, actually, I'll show you guys underneath the hood. Oh, I want to show you something else too. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Here, we'll do this. I figured out a new thing, which this is another reason I would like to leave the Mustang engine in it, is because you can do cool stuff like this. Look at that. I found the boost gauge. I wonder if it has a vacuum leak, because look at that. We ain't pulling that much vacuum right now. No, actually, it's just in its like cold spool mode. Yeah, look at that. Boost gauge, cylinder head temp, intake air, oil temp, trans oil temp. Like, how sweet is that? Air fuel ratio? I didn't even know it had air fuel ratio. That's sick. I don't know. That's pretty dope. I love the fact that it has all that stuff in it, where you can just look at all this crap. Go to track apps, brake performance. It has like a little G meter. I mean, like that's what would be pretty cool about this. And then it also has a little button over here for the steering feel, since it has. So I mean, that aspect of it, I love that it has a backup camera. Like, that stuff works. Like that, I don't know. I wish this damn thing was a manual. Is all I wish, because if it was, I could just go drift the crap out of it how it is, turn it up, and like see how good this little EcoBoost platform is. Yeah, so under the hood doesn't look too bad. You can see I got kind of a big thing over here, which I figure, you know, coilover, suspension, all that stuff in the future will actually be really easy to get to with this tubular bar over here, because there's like nothing in the way. We'll get a little bit of stuff in the engine bay, so I'm not kind of sure how I feel about that, but I might be able to make like a fiberglass like thing that I could just like do like some rib nuts or something in and just be able to screw it in and out and keep some of the stuff out of the engine bay. But yeah, I mean, if I can make this EcoBoost and manual, turn it up a little bit, still crazy to me that the AC is still charged in this thing. AC is still ice cold. You can see the condenser has a big old dent in it, and then the radiator's just completely bent. Fans and everything still work. Yeah, I mean, this thing looks good. It doesn't look crooked when you look down the side of it. It doesn't look like it's taller. The suspension and like the tire looks correct. Yeah, I think we have ourselves a Drift Mustang. You know, I think the other day when I was kind of had the fail with this thing, I was a little bit discouraged. I just had been working on it so damn long, and I just needed to get away from it. And I was frustrated, and then came back. I was fresh. You guys probably seen how excited I was at the beginning of this video. I was ready to just hammer down and get her done. But yeah, I'm gonna quit rambling. But look at that damn Mustang. See you guys later, and let me know. Leave a comment and a like what you think I should do with this thing as far as like manual EcoBoost or 2GZ. Manual EcoBoost 2GZ. And then if you think I should even like attempt to go drift it at the track and see how it does automatic. But that's another thing. Oh, look at this headlight. The headlight's not even like in there. It's just kind of set there, and I need to get a lip. But more parts coming soon.